Trump's shocking insult sparks international fallout. What happens when the President of the United States publicly insults one of America's closest allies? Well, that's exactly what happened when Donald Trump made a controversial claim about Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and the fallout was immediate. According to reports, Trump's comments have triggered outrage across Italy, damaged diplomatic relations, and even led to the cancellation of an important visit to the United States. And here's the shocking part. Trump didn't attack a political enemy. He attacked one of his own allies. Let's break it all down. Before we get into Trump's latest controversy, it's worth looking at a striking contrast that many Americans are noticing. While Trump was making headlines for another diplomatic dispute, former President Barack Obama was delivering a speech focused on values, leadership, and national unity. Obama spoke about honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, duty, and honor. He emphasized that these aren't Republican values or Democratic values. They're American values. Values that leaders should uphold regardless of party. Whether you agree with Obama politically or not, many people viewed the speech as a reminder of what presidential leadership is supposed to look like. And that's where today's story becomes even more remarkable. Because just days later, Trump found himself at the center of an international controversy that many critics say reflects the exact opposite approach. The controversy began after the recent G7 summit. During an interview with Italian media, Trump made comments about Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni that immediately raised eyebrows. According to reports, Trump claimed that Meloni had desperately wanted a photograph with him. He suggested that she practically begged for a picture and that he only agreed because he felt sorry for her. Think about that for a second. We're talking about the elected leader of one of Europe's most important nations. Not a celebrity fan. Not a supporter at a rally. A prime minister. Yet Trump portrayed the interaction as though he was doing her a personal favor. The comments quickly spread through European media, and the response from Italy was swift. Very swift. Prime Minister Meloni publicly rejected Trump's version of events. She reportedly described the story as completely invented and expressed astonishment that Trump would make such claims. For many observers, this wasn't simply a disagreement about a photo.
It was about respect.
Respect between allies. Respect between heads of government. And respect for international diplomacy. The controversy didn't stop there. Meloni reportedly went further, criticizing Trump for showing more respect toward America's geopolitical rivals than toward long-standing Western allies. That criticism struck at the heart of growing concerns among many European leaders. For years, questions have existed about Trump's approach to NATO, European partnerships, and America's traditional alliances. Now those concerns appear to be resurfacing once again. And then came the diplomatic consequences. Italy's foreign minister announced that a planned trip to the United States would be canceled. That move signaled that the Italian government wasn't treating the incident as a simple misunderstanding. They viewed it as a serious diplomatic issue. Italian officials didn't hold back. Some described Trump's comments as offensive not only to Prime Minister Meloni but to Italy as a whole. Others warned that such behavior risks damaging America's reputation across Europe. One senior Italian official argued that Trump's repeated outbursts are making the United States increasingly unpopular throughout the continent. That's a serious accusation, because alliances aren't built solely on military agreements or economic partnerships. They're built on trust. And trust can be difficult to rebuild once it's damaged. What's particularly surprising about this situation is that Trump and Meloni have often been viewed as political allies. Both leaders have been associated with right-leaning political movements. Both have emphasized nationalism and strong borders. And despite occasional disagreements, many observers expected them to maintain a cooperative relationship. That's what makes this dispute so unusual. This wasn't a clash between ideological opponents. It was a conflict between leaders who were supposedly on the same side. Some analysts believe Trump's comments may have been intended as humor. Others argue that they reflect a pattern of behavior in which he seeks attention by belittling others. Whatever the explanation may be, the result appears to be the same. A diplomatic relationship that has suddenly become much more strained. Critics argue that moments like this raise larger questions about leadership and America's role in the world. Should a president treat allied leaders with respect regardless of personal feelings? Should diplomacy take priority over personal ego? And what happens when international relationships become secondary to political showmanship? Those questions are now being debated not only in Washington but across Europe as well. Meanwhile, supporters of Trump continue to defend him, arguing that he speaks bluntly and refuses to follow traditional political norms. But critics counter that diplomacy exists for a reason. Words matter. especially when they come from the President of the United States. A single comment can influence alliances, markets, military cooperation, and public opinion around the world. And that's why this story has attracted so much attention. Because it's not really about a photograph. It's about how world leaders treat one another. It's about whether respect still matters in international relations. And it's about the image America projects to the rest of the world. As the fallout continues, one thing is clear. The relationship between Washington and Rome has entered a period of uncertainty. Whether this dispute fades away or becomes a larger diplomatic problem remains to be seen. But for now, Trump's comments have once again placed America at the center of an international controversy. And the world is watching. If you found this report informative, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest political news and analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.